welcome to another week. Well, we're halfway through the book of Ephesians now, and I pray that it's really grabbing you and inspiring you. Because see, so often we have things around us that actually force us into times where we feel that we've got to be committed to achieve this goal or that goal, and there always seems to be pressure put upon us. Well, the truth of it is that, God has come to set us free. And yes, while there might be many pressures that seem to be upon us, let me tell you this: who Christ sets free is free indeed. We're reading from Ephesians chapter 3 today, and these verses through here just simply are prayers that Paul is praying on behalf of the people. It says this: I pray that out of his glorious riches you might become strengthened, and you might know the power of the Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ might dwell in you richly through faith. I pray that you be rooted and established in love, and that the power that God has given will dwell in you. Today, that's my prayer. Wherever you are, you're heading into a new week. Well, don't worry about the new week. If God is for you, who can be against you? There are great things. Read this full passage, and let's continue to enjoy the journey as we go through the book of Ephesians together.
Paul's letter to the Ephesians. The story of how Paul came to the city of Ephesus is really interesting. You can go read about it in Acts chapter 19. Ephesus was a huge city. It was the epicenter of worship for most of the Greek and Roman gods. And for over 2 years, Paul had a really effective missionary presence there, and lots of people became followers of Jesus. The second half of the letter begins with Paul shifting gears, and he starts challenging the reader to respond to the gospel story by how they live their own life story. So he starts in chapter 4 with just the everyday life of the church. The church is a big family with lots of different kinds of people, but he emphasizes that they are one. And one is a key word in this chapter. They are one body that's unified by one Spirit. They have one Lord with one faith. They have one baptism. They believe in one God. That's a lot of unity. However, Paul says unity is not the same thing as uniformity. He goes on to explore how Jesus' new family consists of lots of very, very different kinds of people, but they're all empowered by the one Holy Spirit, each using their unique talents and passions to serve and to love each other and to build up the church. And here he uses two really cool metaphors. One is building up the church as a new temple, and the second is that they are all becoming a new humanity with Jesus as the head. And this new humanity is a metaphor he's going to then run with for the next couple chapters.